Aloha. This is Lauren Adams once again. Today we're not going to read from the book. Today it's just going to be ad-lib. Turn on the microphone and say whatever comes to mind. For instance, when I was a kid growing up and I went to a pet store and there were these little guys, mynah birds. In Hawaii, mynah birds are like everywhere. From one vantage point, it, has almost amazing or even mesmerizing phenomena. While from a different point of reference, they could have a totally wild or imposing or unimaginable effect on our psyches. That is, the polar opposites. So perhaps what we see and experience when any of us see any art that causes some kind of an ingram on our time tracks, it has an attention and interest that we plug into. We may pause and ask ourselves, what is this? And what does it mean to me? And why did I stop here? Well, according to Louis J. Miller, unique items have exceptional value. But what is unique? When beauty is said to be in the eyes of the beholder, right? He also said that the more any art approaches perfection, the more aesthetic value it also has. It has, indeed. Mr. Miller was Louis Tiffany's personal appraiser for 52 years, and he had 5 stores in those days, back in the 30s and 40s, where he sold and represented Tiffany, but he appraised all of the items. So how rare is any work of art that is a mere demonstration of how to use art materials? That depends. How much that demonstration or art in action affects the viewer of that art. Because it is art. Being art, the meaning and the vision have the most aesthetic value for consideration, right? It encourages someone else to be happy and joyful. That is what matters, especially to me. It's not a contest. Remember that everyone who picks up a paintbrush could be inspired to achieve the greatness that they are remembered as a result. Add joy and lots of happiness to the countless others, because art in any form begets art. By watching someone who has been making art or dancing or playing the cello for a few years or even a few months, it remains true, and it reminds others that they are the creator. And that feeling is what it's all about. It's not a contest. It's a process of remembering. So while watching someone who has been painting for 58 years full time is still comparable in terms of experience, and yet the same simple tasks are at the beginning of any new creation, starting a new picture. I always start at the very beginning. I haven't got a clue what I'm going to do first. So then I stop and think. When I do start, the instant the brush is in my hand, I let go, and it just happens. I let go and let God, all by itself, causing me to realize that I'm only the conduit for the process I enjoy surrendering to in this creative instinct. that I personally believe is within everyone's reach. So now think about it. For 58 years I have been serious about making art. So what does that mean? See, I don't believe I'm a chosen one, nor do I think what I do is beyond what anyone who applies themselves could do. But just like the minor birds, I want to believe that there are millions of creators just as serious about it as I have always been. How could I believe otherwise? So what is the rare bird of paradise then? When in some places the same bird is apparently as plentiful and perennial as anything else, depending on how one looks at it. See, above all the considerations, art is a very special language to me and most people. It links our heart minds to positive vibrations. In today's vernacular, that's how you would say it. Just having the brush or the clay or even the graphite pencil is in our hand. We all share one special thing, and that is this. When we are creating something, we feel closer to God. And that's the holy bond that we feel by seeing what others who are awakening are making with their hands. Okay, that's it for today. I have a feeling this masterpiece will be ready to sign tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time. Let's look forward to thinking of the finale tomorrow. So who exactly is Loren Adams anyway? What is his mission? And what is his mission on TikTok? Why? Because he's taken it upon himself to usher in the re-enchantment of the world. What is the re-enchantment anyway? Was there a disenchantment? How did that affect us? Or how did that affect the whole world of art? What is the art gift then and now? When will the general public be ready to know the truth about the brick and mortar art business? Especially in big cities. When will the disenchantment end? When will the disenchantment end? Is it happening now already? I think so. With the latest transparent postura that has the art dealers scrambling because it means full disclosure prior to purchase as a given. It is replacing the old profitability above all ethics and morals business model.